Very good morning, all of you, my dear students. Okay, let us start with the next session that is on moral dilemma. So, before that, let us recap the previous class topics. So, we have studied already what is moral issue, types of moral issues, what is moral inquiry, and types of inquiries in the previous class. Today, we are learning about a very important topic that is moral dilemma. On that, what are the complex situations leading to moral dilemma and steps to solve moral dilemma. So this is a very important topic and everyone face this moral dilemma situation in their life daily or weekly. You may be having certain situations where you will be in a dilemma state. So let us see how it is faced and what are the different steps to face the moral dilemma and what is meant by first what is moral dilemma. Okay, so moral dilemma, on this you will be getting the question: define and explain moral dilemma. What is moral dilemma? Moral dilemmas are situations in which moral reasons come into conflict. Here, one is not clear of the immediate choice or solution of the problems. Okay, here I'll explain. So, dilemma ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಿನ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಗೊಂದಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಏನು ನಾವು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಏನೋ ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಲೈಫ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ 2 or 3 solutions you will be having, but which is the better solution we have to choose. So we will be in a conflict, ಒಂದು ಗೊಂದಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವುದು ನಾವು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಆ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ that state is called as a dilemma state. Okay, so what are the reasons for moral dilemma? So moral dilemma state ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. moral reasons could be duties. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟೀಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಅ dilemma, what should be chosen. Or rights, so your rights, human rights, you all know. And obligations, so you'll be having some responsibilities of your family or company commitments. So in that also you may be facing certain problems and what should be the solution for that. In such cases you will be under a dilemma state. Okay, moral dilemma makes the decision making very complex. ಸೊ ಡೈಲಮಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಚಲೋ ಐತಿ ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. that gives us a complex situation. So we will be under a tension. So ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. So one example is given here, that is a person promised to meet a friend for dinner. So ಒಬ್ನು ಅವನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡಿಗೆ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. And at that time, during that time, what happens? He has to help his uncle who is involved in an accident. So ಅನ್ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರ ಅಂಕಲ್ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಅಂಕಲ್ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದೇ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅದೊಳಗೆ what actually he should do, whether he should go for the dinner to keep his promise to the friend, or whether he has to help to his uncle who has involved in the accident. So in these two cases, ಇವೆರಡು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಒಳಗೆ, ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ he has to choose, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಅವನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಡೈಲಮಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಸೊ he will be in a dilemma state. So in such case, so what they should do, one has to fix the priority. So ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ದೊಳಗೆ, ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಹೈಯರ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮೋರ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್? ಸೊ ಅಂಕಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ the point which is having the more importance. So the uncle has to be helped first. then you can go to the dinner to your friend on another day. So this is the way you can decide. So but at a certain moment you will be in a dilemma, what should be done, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ you will be in a conflict state. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಇಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಿನ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೋತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಡೈಲಮಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇಟ್ morally, so that so it should be beneficial for individuals and also it should be beneficial for the society and also for the company. Okay. So another example you can have is, now during COVID situation there is a lockdown, and due to lockdown your exams are postponed, and by the time being you are told to attend the online classes. So now you are in a dilemma situation whether to read the previous semester syllabus or whether to read the current semester syllabus. So you are in a dilemma. Both are having their own ways. So there are two solutions. So either you have to read the previous semester syllabus for the examination, another one you have to follow the online classes. So which you have to choose. So this is also one of the dilemma state for you. So according to the situation you need to decide which is better for you. So this is one example I can give you. So like this you will be getting many examples in day-to-day life. You can see from your surroundings, in your life also you will be facing certain situations like this. You will be under a dilemma state. Okay, next we are learning what are the complex situations leading to moral dilemma. So moral dilemma ge some complex situations we are having. So in this you will be having the questions, list and explain when moral dilemma arise, or explain the difficulties in solving moral problems. So ee ರೀತಿ question ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ you need to answer like this. So there are three complex situations leading to moral dilemma. What are those three situations? The first one is the problem of vagueness. Second one, the problem of conflicting reasons. Third one, the problem of disagreement. So in these situations you will be under a dilemma state. So let us study one by one in detail. First situation, the problem of vagueness. So problem of vagueness actually means, vagueness means not certain, uncertain. So uncertain state yavag bartaiti. So one is unable to distinguish between good and bad. So you will not be certain whether it is good or bad. So our situation ge naven kartri vagueness anta kariತೀವಿ. So here one example is given, that is refuse bribe or accept the gift and maintain confidentiality. So this is one example. So you will be knowing bribe andre lancha ಕೊಡೋದಿರಬಹುದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿರಬಹುದು, that we call it as a bribe. So in some cases in your company, so your company boss will they may tell you to give the bribe to the contractor so that you can get the contract for the company. So ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಬ್ರೈಬ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುವಂಗ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ then you will be under pressure. So to get that contract, so you need to give the bribe. So this is actually morally not good, but due to pressure you may be in a situation whether to give the bribe or not, whether to accept the gift from the supplier or not. So you will be in a dilemma state, which is good or which is bad. So you will not easily decide this. So this situation is called as a problem of vagueness. So I think this example is clear for this situation. So this situation you can solve by knowing the code of ethics. Code of ethics specifies that one should obey the laws and follow the standards. So ನಿಮಗೆ code of ethics ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, moral ethics ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, then you can solve this situation easily, which is good or which is bad ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ then you can decide accordingly. But you will be facing such situations in your day-to-day life. Okay. Okay, the second situation where you are going to face a moral dilemma is the problem of conflicting reasons. Conflicting reasons andre then here you will be having two solutions and both the solutions will be good. Morally they will be good. See here, one is unable to choose between two good moral solutions. So ಎರಡು solutions ನಿಮ್ ಕಣ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಎರಡು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ solutions but ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ choose ಮಾಡಬೇಕು at that time, which is a good solution I have to choose. So this making decision, it is called as a conflict situation, moral dilemma situation. So this type of situation is called as a problem of conflicting reasons. So the example is taken here. The same example you can have. A person promised to meet a friend for a dinner, but he has to help his uncle who is involved in an accident. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಡಿನ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಗೋ ದೇರ್ because you have promised. And at that time if your uncle has got the accident, in that case it is your best priority is first you have to save your uncle, you have to help your uncle. And here you have got both the solutions and there are some reasons which tells it is better to go for a dinner for your friend because you have promised. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದು other is it gives other reasons because it is having the good reasons to help the your uncle also. So both are good, but in this case what you should decide accordingly, you have to decide by fixing the priority. So ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನೀವು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಈ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, you have to save your uncle because he has met the accident. Morally which is good, it is better to save the uncle from the accident situation. Afterwards you can go for a dinner for your friend because you have promised it, you can take it on another day. So according to priority fixing, so you can make a decision here. So this type of situation facing, you will be in a dilemma state. It is called as a problem of conflicting reasons. Okay, the third situation, we have the third situation of confronting moral dilemma is the problem of disagreement. Problem of disagreement andre ಏನಂದ್ರೆ there may be two or more solutions and none of them mandatory. None of them are mandatory ಅಂದ್ರೆ compulsory ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ more than two solutions ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. These solutions may be better or worse in some respects, but not in all aspects. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ that may be better in another aspects in another situation. So not all the solutions are right at the same time. Some of them may be good at some time, some of them may be bad at some other time. So ಇಂಥ time ದೊಳಗ so what you should decide. So one has to analyze and select the best solution. So ಈ situation ನೀವು face ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ when you have three paths to be chosen, so which is the best path you need to choose. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ out of them you have to choose only one. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಸರಿ path ಅಂತ ನೀವು choose ಮಾಡೋದಿರಲ್ಲ. So this state is called as the problem of disagreement situation. Okay, so best example I can give is, so after diploma you will be facing this situation. So after diploma, so there are three options for you. What are those? You may go for a higher studies, engineering. Second, you may go for a directly job after diploma. Third one, you can start your own business. That is, you can become an entrepreneur. So out of three options, you need to decide any one. ನೀವು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಿರೋ, ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಿರೋ, so you should decide on any one. So this should be done. So this status is called as a moral dilemma status, and this problem situation is called as the problem of disagreement. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, how to get the solution for this is by analyzing and selecting the best solution. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತಂತೇಳಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು. So this is the best example what I can give for the problem of disagreement. Okay, we have learned how to confront the moral dilemma. In that there are three situations we are facing. With the help of examples, we studied what are those three situations, how to face the moral dilemma. So in the next topic, we are learning how to face the moral dilemma with the help of different steps. Okay. Here, list the steps in confronting moral dilemma. Suppose when there is a dilemma situation. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ situation ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Steps to solve dilemma or confront moral dilemma. There are some steps we have to follow. So everyone must know about it because we will be facing the dilemma situation in day-to-day life. So this picture will tell you how it is done. So you'll be having some problems in your life, and for that problems you'll be having so many solutions. You know that for every problem there will be n number of solutions. For n number of problems there will be n plus 1 number of solutions. You should not have to worry about it. But which is the best solution for that? ಯಾವ್ದು ನಾವು choose ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, that will give you a dilemma state. So out of that you can choose the best solution by following certain steps. So what are those steps? Let us look at it. See here, steps to solve dilemma or confront moral dilemma. First step ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, identification of the moral factors and reasons. First ನಾವು ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐತಿ ಅಂತಂತೇಳಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನು ರೀಸನ್ಸ್, why that problem has occurred, what are the reasons for that problem. So we should first identify it. See here, identify the relevant moral values from among duties. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗೈತಿ, whether it is related to duties, whether it is related to rights, or whether it is related to good or bad, and obligations. So accordingly we have to decide. Professional code of ethics may be referred. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಾರಾಲಿಟಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, collection of all information, data and facts, that is factual inquiry relevant to the situation. So ಆ situation ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸೊ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದರದ್ದು ರೆಲಿವೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಅದರದ್ದು ಡೇಟಾ ನಾವು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ನಾವು ಈಗ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಲ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್. ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಕರ್ಡ್, ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಕರ್ಡ್, who created this problem, what is the resource for that. So some questions when we ask, then we will come to answer for that. So this is another step. Next, rank the moral options. So you'll be having many options. Accordingly we have to give the priority. Priority ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದು, ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ priority in applications through value system. For example, in fulfilling responsibility, the courts give prime importance to public safety and protection of the environment as compared to the individuals or the employers. Conceptual inquiry. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು priority ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ priority ಯಾವುದು ಕೊಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ, the importance must be given to the public safety. ನೀವು ಏನೇ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ಸೇಫ್ಟಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ಆ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್, ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. Then we can look at our individual and employers priority. So this is how the priorities are given for taking the giving the solution for a decision. Next, generate alternate courses of action to resolve the dilemma. So after taking certain solutions for that, deciding ranking, then what we should do is alternate courses of action. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಕಲೀಗ್ಸ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. In that case, I can take the help from my colleagues. I can share my problem to my colleagues who is very close to me. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಬ್ಟೈನ್ ದೇರ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ವೀವ್ಸ್, ಅವರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ವೇದೊಳಗ, ಅವ್ರ ವೀವ್ಸ್ ದೊಳಗ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್, ಅವರು ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಅ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ ನೀವೇ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್ or whether I have to ask from my colleagues and decide on their suggestions. So after that we can decide, and based on priority, fixed or assumed. So priority prakarna decision ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ assumption prakarna decision ತಗೋಬೇಕು. So at the end we need to take one action, one decision. So these are our various steps to be followed when to find a solution when we face some moral dilemma situation. Okay. Okay, today we studied a very important topic, that is a moral dilemma. What is moral dilemma, and what are the different difficult situations, complex situations we face, and how to face the complex situation, moral dilemma. What are the steps to face and to come a proper solution for that. So these all things we have studied in the today's class. I think it is very clear to you. Okay, take care. Goodbye children. Thank you.